Dr. Jansen, first and foremost po, ano-ano po ang klaseng toxins sa ating kapaligiran na maaaring makaapekto po sa ating mga kalusugan, from the cookware we use up to the personal products that we apply sa ating mga katawan araw-araw? Go ahead po and enumerate, Dr. Jansen.
Nako, ang dami po nito, no? One example is yung nabanggit niyo po kanina, which is the e-waste. E-waste, so like yung mga cellphones, electronic, yung mga gadgets, all these gadgets po, we use plastics to create them, no? And aside from that, there are also other things that the industry uses, no, to create the chips and all of this. So kapag ito po na tinapon po yan nasa kapaligiran natin, the microplastics, these heavy metals na ginagamit po nila sa pag-manufacture, this can go to our landfills, eventually seep into our soils. Worse is go into our bodies of water, so sa ocean, sea, rivers, lakes, no? Of course, from these places, yung mga hayop na nakatira dito would also be incorporating yung mga toxins na ito sa katawan nila. And then we humans, we fish, we farm them, we eat them. So, papupunta din po sa atin itong mga microplastics na ito and heavy metals, no? So that's how our e-waste, yung mga ginagawa po natin, how it affects us in our health. Aside from this, no, napag-usapan na, nabanggit ko, food. Aside from this, how we prepare our food also can be a source of toxins, no? Especially if we use yung mga cookwares na non-stick cookwares, ang main ingredient niyan is usually Teflon. So, itong Teflon, initially, this was used in the army, sa military, because Teflon does not react to its surroundings. Tsaka hindi po ito kinakapitan ng tubig. So, this is rust-free, which is one of the main problems ng mga military vehicles nung panahon ng gera, no? Nasisira yung mga sasakyan nila because of rusting. So, ginamit ngayon nila yung Teflon, which is may non-stick na property in cooking. So now, Teflon, if hindi po natin siya pinainitan or subject it to high heat, hindi po yan, hindi yan makaka-apekto sa katawan natin. However, if we heat it, no, when we start cooking with them, doon po lalabas yung mga toxins, no? And how do these toxins affect our health? Mainly, these are endocrine disruptors. So, ibig sabihin ng endocrine disruptor is it disrupts the yung balance ng hormones natin, which leads to hormonal imbalance. So, hormonal imbalance is just the root causes of different illnesses, no? One example is PCOS sa mga kababaihan. So others would be cancers, of course, but mainly it's PCOS, or pagtaas ng timbang. Kahit anong ginawa mo, kahit mag-diet ka na mag-diet, bakit mataas pa rin yung timbang mo, bakit tumataba ka? One reason might be this one, no? These environmental toxins that wreaks havoc on the balance of hormones inside the human body. Okay? So, aside from this, personal care items, usually, ang kailangan po nating bantayan dyan are products that has paraben. Paraben ho is known to cause cancer. It is also a known endocrine disruptor. Okay? Aside from parabens, meron din po tayong perfumes or fragrances. So, these perfumes and fragrances, tinatago po nila yan sa pangalan ng fragrance or perfume, pero ang chemical na ginagamit po nila dyan are phthalates, no? So, phthalates is spelled as PHPHALATE. Okay, phthalates. So, ang phthalates po is an endocrine disruptor as well. So, it wreaks havoc again doon sa hormones ng isang tao, which can lead to a lot of hormonal imbalances. One common disease is again PCOS. Okay? Yeah,
Okay.
these are just a few.
Attorney Dot, nasasada ko din sa binabalita ni Dr. Jansen because you know why? Itong mga binanggit kanina na mga tulad ng mga worn out na mga computers, yung mga batteries, parang nangangahulugan na at this point, wala tayong proper disposal niyan, Dr. Jansen. But I do understand, we have a law. Mayroon tayong batas. Pero yung binabanggit nyo po, dahil sa walang proper na disposal nito, pwedeng mapunta doon sa landfill and then later on mapunta doon sa bodies of water. Pag napunta doon sa bodies of water, Attorney Dot, what do you expect? Yung isda na kakainin natin, makakaapekto sa atin. Kapag naapektuhan tayo, pwedeng magkaroon tayo ng PCOS, pwede tayo magkaroon ng cancer. Well, at this point, I want to call the attention of the national government, even the LGUs. Kung mayroon tayong batas na katulad nito, wow, this is the right time naman na mag-call ng attention sa kanila, Attorney Dot. Baka pwedeng i-implement ito. That reminds me of the law, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Imagine, Attorney, kaya nasasabi ko dito, kasi dito sa Serbisyong Bayanihan, mayroon tayong mga humihinging tulong. May mga humihinging tulong dito na may mga PCOS, mga kasambahay. Aba, hindi biro yung mga kababaihan na mayroon mga PCOS. Ang dami nilang mga nararamdaman. Tapos sabi pa ni Doc kanina, yung hormones natin nasisira, mga kasambahay, yung endocrine daw, I don't know if na-pronounce ko ng maayos, disruptor ito, tapos yung hormone, yung balance ng ating mga hormones, parang nagre-resulta na imbalance na yung hormones natin. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga sakit. Kaya medyo nakakasad. Pero pwede sanang ma-protect ito kung strictly nasusunod o napafollow yung ating batas dyan, Attorney. Kasi PCOS, mayroon pang kasamang cancer at ibang mga sakit. Aba, teka muna. Nakakatakot ito, Attorney Dot. Attorney, balik ko sa inyo. Just an observation dito sa binabanggit ni Dr. Jansen.
You know, Miss Annie, napakaganda ng sinabi mo na yan. I think talagang it's about time that we have to call the attention of the government to do something about it. Kasi, Miss Annie, yung health natin, napaka-importante niyan para sa isang sa isang bansa. Kailangan inaalagaan yung kalusugan ng ating mga citizenry. But, yun na nga, makikita natin kulang sa awareness ang mga tao. Kaya napakaganda ng ginagawa na ganito ni Dr. Jansen because he is educating our citizenry through Serbisyong Bayanihan. Miss Annie, ako kasi advocate din ako dyan eh. Like in the house, sinasabi ko, mag-ingat, Miss Annie, mag-ingat tayo dun sa microwave. Mag-ingat tayo kasi minsan ang ginagamit na hindi ka sigurado na talagang pwede yan sa microwave. Minsan naman, Miss Annie, nakakalimutan ng mga tao, hala, sige, lagay ng bottles of water sa kotse, iwanan dyan, and then kapag nauuhaw, kahit ilang araw na yung bottle of water dun sa kotse, basta nauuhaw, nandyan. Miss Annie, naarawan na. Ilang araw na. Yung mga toxins na galing doon sa plastic bottle, napunta na doon sa tubig. So, Dr. Jansen, I admire you for doing this and I really hope that you can go to different media channels to educate our citizenry. So, thank you very much. Ngayon po, ang tanong, Miss Annie, nasabi na po ni Dr. Jansen yang kanina yung PCOS at saka cancer na pwedeng maging sakit ng mga na-expose sa mga toxins. Ano pa po ang mga halimbawa po ng mga sakit na pwede pong makuha dahil po sa environmental toxins? At ano po ang mga organs po natin na pangunahing naapektuhan po? Go ahead po, Dr. Jansen.
Yeah, siguro, actually marami po, no? But siguro po, it would be good if I start from head to toe. Okay? So, unang-una would be the brain. Mercury is a heavy metal. Okay? Mercury, we use that in vaccines. We use that in a lot, doon sa amalgams natin. Dental amalgams, so may mercury po doon. Aside from that, mercury is also used in the manufacturing, in the industries, no? So, itong mercury po, this can again go into our seas, no? And usually, the bigger fishes, doon po nag-accumulate yung mercury, especially farm fishes. So, when we eat them, syempre, wala naman tayo ibang bibili kasi yun ang mura, no? that can accumulate inside our body as well. So, one very important illness, no, because of mercury toxicity is yung tinatawag natin Minamata disease. Minamata disease can manifest as like Parkinson's. So it mainly affects our brain. Okay, so that's one. Number two, lungs natin. So from the pollution, air pollution. When we drive, I think everybody na nagda-drive dito, nagko-commute dito, who is out there working, lalo na sa Metro Manila, will notice ang itim-itim na ng usok ng tambucho ng sasakyan, hindi pa pinapalitan. Okay? And ang nakakalungkot po dito is usually yung mga public transport vehicles. Yun yung medyo hindi napagtutuunan ng pansin, yung napapabayaan. Okay? We really have to be more vigilant in implementing yung mga laws natin so that yung mga environmental toxins na ito mapigilan. Okay? With yung na-mention ko, no, air pollutants doon sa tambucho, that can cause lung cancer. Okay? Aside from that, pwede pong magkaroon ng pulmonary fibrosis. Ibig sabihin ng pulmonary fibrosis is scarring of the lungs. Okay? So kapag ka nag-peklat yung lungs, hindi nagagana yung baga, no, yung part ng baga na nagkaroon ng scarring. So lung function goes down. So maapektuhan tayo doon.
So, ibig sabihin, Attorney Jansen, maputol ko po kayo, Attorney Jansen. Attorney, binabanggit ni Dr. Jansen, napakadami pala nito. Sa madaling salita, abay talaga naman nakakamangha, Attorney Dot. Halos lahat na yata ng sakit pwedeng makuha dito sa dito sa halos karamihan ng sakit nakukuha dito sa tinatalakay natin na issue, Attorney Dot. Okay. Attorney, may ganoon kayong sinasabi a while ago.
Yes.
Ano po yung gusto nyo isingit? Tambucho pa lang yan. Tapos ngayon, apektado na yung baga mo. Sige po.
Yes, Miss Annie. Actually, gusto ko lang malaman kay Dr. Jansen. Dr. Jansen, ano po yung mga acute o chronic symptoms na pwede po nating maramdaman sakali kung tayo po ay exposed sa environmental toxins? Like, how would I know, no, if for instance, I have been using fragrance or mga makeup na merong parabens, kasi sabi po niyo, yung parabens, toxic po yan. Or kung ako po ay mahilig mag-microwave at hindi mali yung pag-microwave ko o mali yung gamit na ginagamit ko, how would I know na meron na po akong toxins dahil po sa environmental toxicities? Ayan.
Yeah, okay. Paganda yung tanong. Acute and chronic symptoms. So, just with these two words, no, gawin nating mas simple. Pag sabi acute, yung sintomas, ma-feel natin agad-agad. Short term, no, once we get the exposure, agad, nandyan kagad yung symptom. So, ang importanting acute symptom dito are allergic types na mga symptoms, no? So, if you develop coughing, shortness of breath, nahirapang huminga, skin problems, nagkaroon ng rashes. So, these are acute symptoms, no, from the environmental toxins. So, you have to stay away or change the ones that you use, then go see your doctor para magamot agad. The chronic ones are the problematic ones kasi hindi naman natin papansinin yan eh. That's why we continue on using them kasi tayo nararamdaman in the short term. Ba? We don't feel anything. Pero di natin alam, it slowly builds up over time. So, a few problems. No? Number one, infertility. Number two, weight gain. Yan. Number three, headaches, brain fog. Yan, yan ang mga common dyan eh. Oo. Another one is yun, pag-develop ng mga lumps, no? May it be benign or malignant kasi pag hindi naman lahat nagkakaroon ng cancer eh. Minsan nagkakaroon lang ng bukol somewhere, no? Pero benign, hindi naman cancer, no? Another one is yung PCOS, no? So these are some
Okay.
chronic symptoms na pwede nating manotice over time.
Okay. Attorney Dot, singit ko po ito, Attorney Dot, with your permission. So once na na-expose ka na sa mga toxicities na binabanggit nyo, ano yung, kanina may binanggit si Attorney Dot, paano yung gagawin? Magpapacheck up ka na ba kaagad? O kung hindi mo naman, wala ka naman nararamdaman, ano po? Ano yung dapat gawin to prevent this? Dapat ba at this point, dahil nalaman namin, natutunan na namin, of course, positive tayong lahat halos, Attorney Dot, dito, di ba po? Na mayroon na tayo sa katawan natin yan. Para ma-prevent yung further damage, ano yung pwedeng advice mo sa amin? Anong klaseng check-up? Anong klaseng lab test ang pwedeng gawin once na magpunta kami sa isang doktor na katulad nyo? Halimbawa, Doc Jansen.
Yeah, so I think ang pinaka-practical is to stay away from the toxins, yung mga known na toxins, no? So, buod sa mga personal care products, cookware, things that you store food in, palitan nyo po yan. You really just have to stay away from the products that has these toxins. Okay? Yun yung pinaka-practical na gawin kasi immediately you can implement it without having to see a doctor or a specialist, no, or a toxicologist for that matter. Now, ano po yung mga kailangan nyo hanapin? Okay, number 1, for storing food. Store food in stainless steel containers or glass. Ceramic, pwede rin. If ever po na mag-i-store kayo ng pagkain sa isang plastic container, do not keep the food on the plastic container. Kasi po, when you eat the plastic, yung plastic po niyan, mag-seep yan into your food. Okay? At pag nakain nyo yan, the plastic, no, the microplastics would stay in your body for long periods of time. Okay? So, food storage. Number 2, cookware. So, nabanggit ko kanina, ang ayaw natin are yung mga non-stick tsaka aluminum cookwares, no? So, ang isa-substitute po natin para dyan would be stainless steel cookware or cast iron cookware. Okay, these are the safest cookwares that we can use. Ceramic cookwares, pwede rin po. However, ceramic cookwares, mag-ingat po tayo kasi minsan may non-stick coating po yan. So, you have to really read the label doon sa mga binibili nyo. So, next, let's go into personal care products. So I have mentioned parabens, fragrances. Dapat wala po ito, no? So instead, what do we look for sa mga personal care products? So number 1, of course, you have to read the label. Kailangan wala pong perfume, wala pong parabens, no? It is fine, it is okay if merong mga essential oils, no? That manufacturers use to serve as fragrance, no? So again, essential oils used as fragrance is fine. Basta wag po yung nakasulat na perfume, fragrance na nandoon sa ingredients list kasi usually those are phthalates. Okay? Another one is benzene. Benzene is a petroleum product, no? So petroleum derivative yon. Benzene causes lymphoma. So wag po kayo bibili ng anything na may benzene as well. Yan.
Okay. Alam mo, congratulations. You're so brave enough to say that. Marami kayong makakalaban dyan, di ba? Oh, wala pa. Di ba, Attorney Dot? I salute you, Dr. Jansen. Thank you for that. Ayan, Attorney Dot, balik sa inyo po.
Yes, Miss Annie. Alam mo, Miss Annie, same here. I confirm. Ako rin, Miss Annie, sobrang saludo ako kay Dr. Jansen because you are doing this and sana po ay gumawa po tayo ng isang grupo. Talagang i-educate natin ang ating mga kapwa Pilipino.
That's
dahil
correct.
daming hindi nakakaalam. Kasi minsan, Miss Annie, ang galing mag-market nung mga,
That's
alam mo na,
correct.
mga
That's
big businesses.
correct. Yes.
And mga kagaya ni Dr. Jansen, pwede nilang pigilan yan. Alam mo na, maraming paraan para pigilan, di ba? Pero si Dr. Jansen, hindi. He is doing this para po ma-educate po tayong lahat. So, Dr. Jansen, ang sabi po ninyo, unang-una, stay away from products that have toxins. I will just give you an example. Sa buhok po, tayo po, kapag pumuputi ang buhok po natin, siyempre, magpapakulay po tayo, hindi po ba? Ano po ang dapat nating tingnan doon sa pangkulay ng buhok para sigurado po tayo na wala pong toxin yan? Okay, yan yung number 1. Tapos sabi po ninyo, food storage. Iwasan ang pag-store ng pagkain sa plastic. Pero kahit saang restaurant po kayo pumunta, Dr. Jansen, kapag
Exactly.
ikaw ay nag-take out nung tira mo, kasi syempre, alam mo naman, Miss Annie, be practical kapag may tira na marami pa, o kahit konti lang, ako
Exactly.
kahit konti ang tira, pinapa-take out ko yan dahil pwede pang kainin yan, iinitin
Tama
natin.
po.
Kaso nilalagay po sa plastic, ano po, paano na yan? Pagkatapos, meron po tayong mga pang-microwave, ginagamit din po natin. Huwag na nga natin gawin yan. So yung mga advice po ninyo, Dr. Jansen, very important po yan. Cookware, mas mahal po ba yung stainless steel? Bakit nga po ba nagtsatsaga tayo dun sa mga dangerous? Kung ang maganda po is stainless steel, lahat po tayo mag-stainless steel na. Sige po, Doc, ibigay po ninyo in detail ano pa ang pwede pong gawin para maprotektahan po namin ang mga sarili po namin dyan sa mga toxins na yan.
Very good
Go ahead
question,
po, Doc.
attorney.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Anne.
Yeah. So una po, yung sa buhok, no, yung mga pampakulay ng buhok. So
Yes.
wag na nating i-focus or single out yung mga pagpapakulay ng buhok. Isama na natin lahat ng mga cosmetic products
Lahat.
na ginagamit that stays on our
Yes.
body. Yeah. So
Okay.
may it be hair, ang kulay ng buhok, lipstick, deodorant, no? Find products that do not have lead, that do not have aluminum on it. Of course, the paraben. So ito yung mga ingredients na hahanapin ninyo. Dapat wala itong mga ito. Okay? So yeah, because if you are wearing
Okay.
something on your body for long periods of time, hair color, tagal-tagal yan. The only time that it will be out of your body is kapag ginupitan, you know?
Yes.
Cosmetics, so for women, deodorants for men, okay? So it stays on our skin or our body for long periods of time, no? Buong araw yan, sometimes even more than a few days. So, very important maging maingat tayo dito sa mga produktong ito that stays on our body for long periods of time. So, yung mga nabanggit ko, watch out for those things. Typically, where do you see yung mga products na okay, no? For our body? Usually, makikita natin sa mga health food stores or yung mga stores na nagbebenta, mga wellness stores na nagbebenta ng anything healthy. Okay? However, still, you have to be careful because even stores that sell something na healthy, minsan may nakakalusot pa rin na, ay, hindi, bagsak itong produktong to. So, you really have to read the label. Okay? Now, doon sa cookware, so far, what I have noticed when it comes to cookware, either stainless steel or non-stick, the reason why we go for non-stick, kasi we do not use a lot of oils when we cook. And during the past few decades, no, sinasabi natin to use less oil, use less, eat less fried foods, no. Doon ang galing yan. That's why non-stick cookwares have been pushed, no. Kaya ang dami-dami po nila. But if you compare the price between stainless at non-stick, mas mura ang stainless. However, yun nga ang problema sa stainless, yung niluluto natin, pwede dumikit doon. So, we tend to use more oil kapag niluluto tayo with stainless steel cookware. So, how do we address this, no? It's actually a lifestyle change. Number one, change how you eat, change the food that you're eating. How you cook your food, you really have to change. Better way to cook food is to use water pa rin talaga. Water-based cooking. So, steaming, boiling, ito po, no? Instead of using oil. Kasi ang oil po, masama rin talaga sa kalusugan regardless if you use non-stick or stainless. Diba?
Okay.
So, basically, just make minor changes doon sa lifestyle so that what is healthy is the easier option.
Okay. Attorney, singit ko lang,
Okay.
doon sa cookware, can we use the pot? Di ba dati-rate yung mga sinaunang tao, ang ginagamit nila, yung pot, attorney? I don't know if you're familiar with that, di ba? Pwede ba yun, Doc Jansen? Wala ba tayong napuproduce na? Palayok, thank you very much, Hazel. Si Hazel ba o si Jen Javier o kaya si Belinda? Thank you so much. Ano po, Jill? Palayok, ano po? Pwede ba yan, attorney? Attorney, tanong ko kay Doc Jansen, can we use that as an alternative? O pamalit talaga, completely?
Oo. Ano po yun? Yung palayok sa English, clay pots. So, ito po yung mga pots made from clay. Um, I did not mention this as one of the safer ones. Although kapag nag-research po kayo on the internet, no, if you Google safe cookwares to use, kasama po dyan ng clay pot. Kasama siya dyan. But I did not mention
Okay.
it kasi it depends on what kind of clay you use or kung saan yung
Okay.
kinuha yung clay.
Hmm.
Yes. So, kung yung clay po na gagamitin ninyo ay ano pala, mataas sa chemicals, no? Mataas sa heavy metals, then it would not be safe. Ang problem dyan,
Okay.
there is no way for us to know. At hindi siya practical if papadala pa natin sa laboratory yung clay na
That's
gagamitin
correct.
natin.
Mas,
to create
mas
pots, no?
magastos. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
mas magastos siya.
Okay.
So, I did not mention clay pots. But of course,
Okay.
clay pots naman sa mga,
Okay.
halimbawa, probinsya, you know the soil is safe. Then, if you create yung clay na yun, alam nyo na safe naman to create your pots, you can use the clay pots, no? Okay din siya.
Okay. Thank you for that, Dr.
Okay.
Jansen. Attorney Dot, we have a few minutes left. Ano po yung final question nyo kay
Ay,
Dr. Jansen? Thank you
Nako.
po.
Yes. Nako, talaga Miss Annie, hindi ko muna papakawalan si Dr. Johnson dahil napaka-importante po talaga nitong topic na to. Miss Annie, ang itatanong ko kay Dr. Johnson, yung everyday na ginagawa natin, which is kumain at saka uminom. Dr. Johnson, marami po tayo hindi nakakaalam, naka-plastic na baso at pagkatapos nagpapabuhos ng hot water. Okay?
Mhm.
And then, gusto ko malaman, mali ba yun? Tingin ko mali. And then, ano po ang maganda po na gamitin as your utensils for your plate, for your spoons and forks. And ito pa, tayo po, mahilig na po ngayon, nagdadala tayo nung, yung para sa water, yung jug natin.
That's correct.
Ano po ang safe na lalagyan po ng water na dinadala natin araw-araw? Thank you po, Doc.
The tumbler. Good question, Attorney Dot.
Yung
Yeah.
tumbler. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, very good question. Safest. If
Thank
you can
you po.
find this, the best. Glass. Glass is the safest.
Glass.
Okay.
Now,
Glass
yes,
talaga.
bakit glass, no? Because with glass po kasi, it's easier to clean at kapag hinugasan natin siya, malinis talaga. Hindi, ang glass po kasi hindi nagpo-form ng itong mga libag na nakikita natin, yung itim sa
Yes, yes.
tumblers, no? You see that yung itim na yung how should I call it? The grime, no? Glassware
Grime,
produce
yeah.
this. Ang problem lang, grime, no? Itong grime na ito, maraming mga microbes dyan na naiipon dyan. So, aside from microbes, so bacteria, worms, microscopic worms, there are molds, no? So, ito po naiipon yan doon sa mga tumblers natin. So, akala natin okay lang siya. You've been using the tumbler for more than for days already, pero tubig lang naman nilalagay mo, so you don't wash it as frequently. Pero doon sa part of the bottle where that part is not reached by washing, no, yung simple washing through water or yung mga dumidikit sa bibig natin, those can accumulate bacteria and can cause illnesses later. So glass is one to use. Another material that you can look for is ceramic. Another one is stainless steel. So itong tatlo,
Okay.
you have to find those. Another one is wood.
Okay.
However, for wood, you have to clean it. You have to clean it a little bit better or a little
Okay.
longer yung wood.
Thank you again for that, Dr.
Ayun.
Jansen. Attorney,
Nako.
nalista ko na. Okay, Attorney Dot.
Yes. Ako din. Oo. Nako, Dr. Jansen, talagang we are very, very grateful that we were able to listen to you this afternoon. And ako po, personally, I'm sure si Ma'am Annie rin po, we will be sharing this particular segment of ours to all our friends and all our loved ones. Because, yun nga po, very important po sa health po natin ito. Ang dami pong nagkaka-cancer dahil hindi po nila alam itong sinabi po ninyo, mga sinabi po ninyo sa amin na very important information this afternoon. So, again po, Dr. Jansen, maraming salamat po from the bottom of our hearts. Of course, Dr. Jansen Calalan is an integrative and lifestyle medicine specialist from the Alta Integrative Medicine and Wellness and Perpetual Health Medical Center. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much.